screens, magazines, and bougie scenes. I'm not clean, I'm not pristine. I'm no queen, I'm no shame. I still go to Taco Bell, drive through Rose Hill. I don't care, I'm still real. No matter how many records I sell. After the show, after the Grammys, I like to go live with the family, sipping reminiscing.
And we're here because it's Friday. And on Fridays, we talk about it just like that. Season 3, episode 8 to be exact. How are you guys doing? It's nothing at all and a whole lot to talk about at the same freaking time. Before we jump into that, Ashley, how are you feeling?
I am doing well on this Good Friday, ready to get into all 30 minutes of last night's episode and the tomfoolery that ensued. There are things to talk about, so I'm excited, friend. I'm excited.
Oh, definitely. And I'm so glad that you opened with all 30 minutes because they tried it. But be sure to hit that like button as you guys enter or exit. We appreciate the love. Per usual, if you are a new viewer, you just maybe started watching us around this time, let us know you're in here and let us know what you think about our commentary below. Ashley, you okay?
Yeah, technicals, we're good. He started screaming at me. I'm fine now. Everything's good.
But all right, we're going to go ahead and jump into it. Ashley, per usual, you already know where we like to start because there's no better place. I always make you go first, but I'm going to go. Because you know why? Because I like to go. Baby, go.
Go, baby.
Go, baby, go. Overall thoughts. First of all, I'm going to say if I'm in the heat of a thrust and some mangy man whispers in my ear, go, baby, go. I'm just it's the mood is kilt. It's kilt like Scotland immediately. Cause get that out of my ear, Logan. But this was a weird episode, a very weird, unsexy, but funny. And it felt on brand for older, like Sex in the City episodes, because for whatever reason, they decided to give us the Q 30 minutes. And it's like, and this was maybe the one time where I could have maybe stood for an extra, 20 minutes with the story because I was enjoying it for what it was. But this is some of the most unsexiness that I have seen on my screen in quite some time. Ashley, what were your thoughts on this episode? Because go, baby, go.
Yeah, there were so many cringe and just really gross moments in the episode. I said, well, they're doing something. Pure shock and awe. I mean, it works for something. Someone on TikTok today said, like, the writers need help. No, the writers know exactly what they're doing. They know exactly how to get people to come back every single week in disgust and rage. And they know how to get a visceral reaction because these back humps in the bed, this hunching session between the gardener and Seema was some of the most vile grossness I've ever, ugh. I didn't need to see his cheeks back there. I didn't need to hear the go, baby, go. I think you're being generous with the Magnum wrapper here. And then outside of that, for you to raw dog her underarms, Tyra, there were so many cringe moments in this episode, but I will say we laughed. We reacted. There's actually a video from last night if y'all want to watch that. But overall, was I entertained? Yes, Tyra. I was entertained. I was, unfortunately, entertained.
Well, I just thought I would put the magnums there because how Seema was, oh, and then she had her big one. Oh, God. Like, I've never giggled. I've never laughed during sex before. Like, yeah, then we proceeded to motorboat her armpit. But we'll get there when we get there. But
Yeah.
let's see who we're starting with. I just wanted to get them out the way because when I tell you I'm over it, per usual, but I'm even more over it because we already knew, that Aidan was coming, but Aidan decided to kind of move in. The minute Aidan got there, I was like, okay, we're really going over here into old school Carrie Big, Aidan love triangle, who really like the gel. I was like, oh, can we not? But that's where we are. But unlike Carrie Big and Aidan, Duncan has yet to stand a chance. We have seen nothing flourish between the two outside of them exchanging these chapters, little, flirtatious glances. But I think the most intimacy they had was that mutton. And I think one time Carrie drank out of his glass. But other than that, There has been absolutely nothing. We really haven't spent any time with them. So for Aidan to roll up with the jealousy, the ego, and yeah, so we should invite him to dinner. So yeah, how often? Really? Really, sir? And I'm so sad for her because Ashley literally said in the live reaction last night, like, when was Aiden ever great? Aiden is just completely trash. Aiden was such a good guy.
Was he?
Aiden was such a good, you would never know it if this is your first introduction to Aiden. Aiden is a sick individual. But rolling up with his boisterous, whose D is bigger ego to check and see, even though Carrie swears that she laid down some groundwork with I'm not going to wait for you, and there shouldn't be any expectation if I was to entertain Duncan, but we really know that you aren't. But he rolled up with some woe is me because I'm
Yeah.
only here because my son, this is with my trash. Guess I never did anything right. I guess I'm just a poor pissy excuse for
Yeah.
a dad. Why I
Yeah.
decided to go live. I was like, oh my God, we can't have 5 seconds without you venting about Wyatt. Not even after sex. But once again, Miss I'm Not Waiting, she revolves her whole little life and schedule. Well, okay, I won't just chime in with Duncan and get into the scripts and writing. I'll just stay here with you and listen to you sulk about Wyatt. But we don't just sulk here and investigate. We go on down to the gallery layer and say, yeah, girls, what do you know about this Duncan? So how often does she go? Punch him in the face. I hope that all out, since we want to do copy and paste from such and such moments of Sex in the City, I hope a brawl happens and these two old biddies are fighting over Carrie and Duncan knocks Aiden's fucking block off. Ashley, how did you feel about this?
Oh, God forbid Aiden is here for another episode. Golly, I want him to get axed in the middle of next episode. Get him out of there because honestly, I like again from my perspective. Aiden never loved, never liked, never cared about a Carrie. I don't see any universe or world where this man had genuine affection, care, or concern for this lady. Everything that we've known and seen from an Aiden, especially in this season 3 of And Just Like That, denotes he hates her stinking guts and that he is trying to get payback because there's no way that I am so low on your list of priorities. The only reason you can make time for me is because your damaged son decides he wants to go live with his mother. And so you come unannounced to the halls of Gramercy with your 5 raggedy duffel bags to move in unbeknownst to me. And not only that, then try to clock my design choices. Aiden must be stopped. At this point, he's a menace to society. And the only thing, in my opinion, that he cares about is his ego and his territory. That is all this whole Duncan situation is. This is my territory. This is where I am. This is my space. This is my woman, my money, and my mansion is what it gave. And it's not that. You know what I mean? It's not, and the fact that Carrie just relinquishes all of her control, all of her power to this nothing ass man behooves me, Tyra. Like everything is like, sure, I'll acquiesce. Whatever you say, Aiden. No, it's okay. You don't have to answer my text. No, I don't. I don't have to be allowed to call you. Yes, your son can bop me on top of my head at the VR park. Like all of these things. And now you're worried about a Duncan that we haven't even really got a hot moment, not even good innuendo at this point. This is just a mess. He seems delusional to me and out of his depth with this because Duncan ain't shown no sign he want to carry. You haven't even seen it. It's just your insecurity and your jealousy and your ego, all that you have on this slide, Tyra. And I'm disgusted by him, if I can be honest.
But
Revolted.
writing a decent, even like the most basic level of writing, because he came here, even though it was impromptu because of X, Y, and Z, he was hoping to catch Carrie and act like, yeah, what's going on here? He was hoping to find something. That's why he clocked that purple carpet. Oh, you got carpet down. Is it because Duncan was tired of the damn heels? Oh, look at you. Like, oh, you're changing. Like, he was hoping to catch her. I cannot wait. And I don't know. Y'all really need to support on Thursdays for the Sex in the City watch alongs because I just really need us to get to the part where Ashley sees that Aiden was like a really cool guy.
Oh God.
But it's all of this, comical things. Like they never really talk about anything. Like everything here is just really circumstantial. They have like a situationship. It's just very awkward. But I think the ABC writings, we would really have her flourishing, even in the smallest of ways with Duncan. And then he pops up out of nowhere and kind of throwing her off her game. But it's like, yeah, you don't get to do that. We said X, Y, and Z. Entertain us. Like y'all didn't give Duncan 5 minutes to breathe. We got mutton soup.
We didn't
That's
get a
it.
walk in Central Park. We didn't get to go to the bookshop together. Like, oh, and look at the first editions. We got none of that. We got none of that. Like, ooh, okay, there might be something there, but I don't know how I feel about it. We got none of like the coy. We got none of it. And I'm saddened by that because the potential was there.
You know what I thought we were gonna get? I thought she was gonna get it popping on a late night with Duncan, and then we would deal with her kind of that grief on all that extraness that she had with Miranda, as if she had done something already. I'm in a relationship. Like I thought we were gonna go that route after
Yeah.
she cut it a little too close with Duncan, and it's just like I need to figure out what me, Aiden and I aren't, or what we are, to see if I can move on with Duncan, or maybe this could be something, but I can't be in this in between like 30 years ago because this is a different Carrie. No,
Yeah,
we just
I
need to.
don't get it. For her to be a writer and to be, it's supposed to be allegedly so cerebral and always in her head. It's incredible to me that we haven't gotten that monologue from her, that inner dialogue around Duncan. And oh, he really enjoys my work and I like his too. Like even that kind of could have been breadcrumbs to lead to something. But right now, this just makes Aiden looks crazy to go after Duncan because there's nothing, literally nothing between Duncan and Carrie at this point.
And he was sitting there looking all like a sun dried tomato on that bed with no lips. It was just very disappointing. The lips are just every single episode. Aiden's lips disappear further and further off of his face, and it's very alarming. They need to do something about that. I. I guess we'll see, what continues to happen later on, but that would have been cute because when does Aiden ask you about anything? It's always all about Aiden from the moment that he gets there and his problems and his woes and his fatherhood and his cheating. He hasn't asked about Gramercy, asked about your book. None of your no interest,
He
nothing.
gives
It's
no
just
damns.
I don't know. We'll see. But this was a waste. If we were going to go this route of him coming here to be jealous, at least give us something to be jealous of, please. But moving on. Moving on. Now, baby, I searched highways and byways and back again. Please let me know in the chat because I'm gonna read it now. My vertigo is back. When did Charlotte have vertigo? Does anybody know? Please drop it. Drop the episode. Drop the
Okay.
season, because I don't recall. I thought this was something that they were going to introduce, like the woes of eight, whatever. She says, "Well, my vertigo is back. Back from where? When did Charlotte have? Do you remember Charlotte having vertigo?
Who you talking to me? You know I don't. Girl, you know I don't. We're almost on season 3 of Sex and the City, and I don't recall. But it's giving me concern and pause because is this supposed to be a response to stress, or is this supposed to be like a condition coming from something else?
She said
Would
it's
they make
back.
Charlotte sick?
I ran
Okay.
it back several times because I thought she was gonna say, and it had to be something that she's familiar with, or she couldn't pinpoint it as, oh, I'm having a vertigo moment like I've had in my past. I think my vertigo's coming back. I was like, when was it ever there? Did I miss something? But we get into Charlotte this episode. We do kind of skate past it, but Harry, he gets some nuts from Lisa this episode because he had his surgery. So that happens. We don't really dive too much into that. He's healing. Most of this episode in Charlotte is revolving around her art show in this lotion filled condom of cum. It was
Oh
like
God.
this was funny. It was funny, but us leaning back into what I don't like with Charlotte. Charlotte has like damn near become slapstick comedy for the show. I like when did Charlotte get this unserious? And I felt like we were kind of reining it in just a little bit with Harry's situation
Harry.
and getting serious. But this episode where I feel like we're going back into that season 1 and 2 crutch of, oh, what did she say? Oh, I might have to be put to bed. I might have to go lay in my. It gave elderly. It did. It gave elderly, and she's constantly surrounded by these younger her ruling the central space where they were displaying and getting things. And it was like, well, yeah, I know a little bit more than you do, baby. I've been around the block. This was an inspiration in X, Y, and Z. I'm like, yeah, let's go, Charlotte. And then we immediately put her into old woman territory because, oh, I might need to lay down. I might need to go because I'm older than everybody and I'm experiencing vertigo. And everybody, oh, is that a thing? Her falling this episode and it getting all on her arm, that was funny, whatever. What was more alarming was nobody came to Charlotte's aid.
Nobody.
Nobody came. Charlotte was literally fainting and oh Miranda, no, oh God, and she like barely made it home, and there was no one there. I didn't think that was okay, whether or not it was for laughs. Ashley, what did you think about this?
Yeah, I thought Miranda had come around last episode to like really being observant, paying attention, and being a friend. I was really disheartened that no one saw Charlotte home into her foyer at the very least. I mean, she can't even stand up straight. And honestly, she fell into the jizzery trying to save Miranda from taking a sip because, we had to deal with that as well. But yeah, no, I don't know what's going on with Charlotte's character. It really does seem, I mean, I get it. They're trying to go for the quirky, like naivete that she had in Sex and the City. But now I don't think it lands because, I mean, we have 30 years, 20 years, however many years. Somebody's going to correct me in the comments. But we have so many years far removed from that. I really want more from her character. I don't know. This was so, and I get it. They're trying to lighten up, the harsh reality of Harry and all of that in this moment. But I was really just kind of disgusted because what are we doing here? In 1 second, out of one side of her mouth, you have her, no, Miranda, we're not doing this. Just, maybe talk to her about it, being rational, reasonable. And then the next second we have her falling into, jizz stained sheets. It was a lot for me to handle and for me to take on, but it was funny, I guess. And poor Harry, he's recovering and he couldn't tell she who must not be named. It was his balls. I was really sad for Harry. Like, give Harry some freedom now, Charlotte. Let him talk about his ball surgery all that he wants to. But yeah, I don't know. I didn't like it either. The dynamic in this friend group is wonky for me watching and just like that, because honestly, it seems like the better friends are the sub characters. Like this does not seem like a cohesive trio or dynamic at this point.
I can't let you like see Charlotte here. I need you to get like to season 3 and 4 of Sex in the City to really see. Charlotte has so much growth beyond even what they're displaying here. Realizing her Prince Charming wasn't her Prince Charming, the exes, the ex husbands, that how she acquired her place, all the growth she went through just to be with Harry. And it was so, the motherhood, this just isn't her. Like,
Yeah.
we're so beyond this, and the fact that nobody thought to see her home was trash. I would really like to flex her. I loved her stage in the scene, and the other worker was giving like, oh baby, this is beyond me. I don't get paid enough for this. I'm educated. Well, yeah, you are all those things, but I have levity here because I've been in these spaces longer than you have. Like, let's lean more into that. We don't have to have her fall into the jizz in a room full of people. I don't know. But just justice for Charlotte and her vertigo that nobody knew anything about. Because I've been checking this chat and I don't see too much of nothing.
They said in episode 8 of something that's where she had it, but child, don't.
Episode 8 of what season?
I don't know. I just saw episode 8.
This is
Meredith.
episode. I looked. If you go look it up, this is the only thing that is coming up. I tried to go cross-reference Sex in the City. I tried to look at it just like that. I see nothing of Charlotte's vertigo. All they keep
I
directing me
thought-
to is that episode where Charlotte is all in all white and she's dealing with the tampon and she is bleeding and they have to track her down or whatever. But other than that, I don't see it anywhere. That's why I was like, how could y'all put this here?
They say evidently season 1. I see that somewhere. I don't know why I thought I saw episode 8 of something, but I don't know.
No, it says episode 8 here also. Let me know, y'all. Drop down in the comments if you're watching this on the replay. Let me know the exact moment where they're because don't play with me. I was like, when did Charlotte ever have vertigo? Did I miss something? I thought I wasn't paying attention, and now I feel like y'all bringing stuff out, like Lisa's dad dying 3 and 4 times. Please, people.
Lord, we know there's a continuity issue. We know there's a
Just
continuity
let
issue.
Charlotte be a boss and be a mom and, deal with Harry. We don't need her falling into old used condoms full of lotion. Oh,
God,
God.
so vile. And then it was stuck on her.
I think whatever this vertigo was a symptom of Miranda's alcoholism because it was clearly something that came and went and it wasn't to be heard of again. And maybe there was a sector of the audience like, oh, well, what about when Charlotte had vertigo? Y'all did the continuity. We didn't really cover too much about Miranda and her alcoholism. We had that one moment where it's really overshadowed because she's visiting Shay and she does that beach cleanup situation and loses her phone. I think that was season 2. And after
Mhm.
that, we don't hear about it anymore. This
Mhm.
was ignorant. Miranda pissed me off so much every time. This was so childish, and the way that they played with alcoholism in this episode, and if anybody's seen that episode in Sex in the City where she is using, I think, chocolate cake or just chocolate in general to seize her appetite for sex, and she's going back and it was very that, but I'm like, this is serious, this is alcoholism. And the
Yeah.
way she let all of her addiction, her feelings, her needs for sobriety subside because I don't want to piss Joy off is very alarming. Or I don't even want to
Mhm.
bother her in the slightest to make her think she came all the way. This is from Canada. I have to keep it here. Matter of fact, I'm just alcoholish. I'm not really into alcoholism like that. I can take a little sip. I might just take a sip here at Charlotte's Gallery. What is wrong with you, girl? What is wrong with you? And then she has these bouts alone in this apartment, high key the chocolate cake, where we end up throwing it down the trash chute because whoo, that was a close one. You need to get to a meeting, ma'am. You need to get to a meeting. I don't think this is funny. A lot of people do struggle in this way, and the way it's being used kind of for comedy here is very distasteful in my opinion. Actually, this is dumb as hell.
Oh, Lordy McGordy. It's like they have those boards and we remember when we were like waiting for any clues or crumbs from Interview with a Vampire season 3, like what's going to be there. And they have their storyboards with all the Post-its. I feel like that's what goes on in this writer's room. They're like, oh yeah, we remember we talked about that. Like, yeah, let's just pull it off the board. It just felt like they drew it out of a hat and said, let's go ahead and dive into it. I don't know who they want Miranda to be at this point, because in Sex and the City, she's supposed to be this self-assured, push back. Like, I'm not necessarily going to be a contrarian, but I am going to like speak truth to power and do all of those things. And over here, it's like I'm so malleable and bendy, and in order to like achieve love, I'll change everything about me. And no, I want it to be lighthearted because I don't want Joy to run away from me. Here's the thing with when Joy came into town. First off, this is the first time I've seen Joy this happy ever in my life. I said, did she get some new cooter in Montreal? Because the look on her face, the laughter, the emotiveness, I was like, Miranda, that's not for you, love. That is not on the account of you. And then the fact that you want to leave a bottle of liquor at my house, out of all of the things to mark your territory or leave at a girlfriend's house, panties, a toothbrush, your favorite binky, some fuzzy socks. You decide that you're going to leave this ostentatious, expensive bottle of gin in my cupboard. And like, I don't know. I don't understand how you can be bumping pocketbooks with someone, Tyra, and you can't tell them all of who you are. Like, you can get that intimate with someone, but as far as conversation, like, you don't know anything about me, my struggles, where I've been. It's like, I don't understand it. I don't understand it. If you're really taking this relationship seriously, why are we afraid to tell somebody the truth about a thing? And then when old girl Joy gives her an out, like, all right, I'll take
Okay.
it. Okay, fine. No, 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 no. Just keep it here. It's like this. I don't know if the pick-meism is running over to Miranda and she just wants to be chosen. Like, just keep me, choose me, love me is definitely what it gave. And then her whole situation with the temptation of it all. it's mind blowing. We've seen Miranda in bars and hoochie coochie sessions around liquor many times since the, I'm quitting, and never seen her struggle in this way. So why was it now? Even with the champagne at the gallery opening, I'm like, she's been around liquor since then, plenty of liquor. And now we're shaking and convulsing about having, like, I don't know where they're going. But my heart goes out to anyone struggling with alcoholism or any addiction, but chow, I don't know what they're thinking with her. I don't
But let
know.
me let me let me tell you where I think they're going. This is where they're going because they're so predictable. This is where because we've had no room, and the fact that Carrie fixed her lips, you guys haven't had that serious conversation. She doesn't know about your sobriety and your battle with alcoholism. Oh my god, like Carrie trying to give advice this episode, and Miranda's character and how she is acquiescing because I want to be the nice girlfriend that's unproblematic. I don't want to say anything. Is very Carrie. Can we put the divide there? But I feel like they're doing this because we really haven't had any serious moments with them. We don't feel this solidarity and growth and what Miranda keeps referring to. It's just so natural. It's easy. It's no pretense. We just flow together. We don't feel that.
No.
So I guess I feel like they are using this as a window of, oh well, where's the alcohol? It's gone, and well, why did you throw? Well, I struggle with alcoholism. It's gonna be like, well, why didn't you tell me? Did you think I would judge you? Did you think this would make me walk away? I think they're using this as a plot device to bring them close together, and it's like it's very quick because if she could stand by me through this, I thought I was gonna be judged. Like it's
Child.
either that or Joy is gonna do the whole 180. Oh, this is a bit too much for me. I'm not built for that. I gotta go. She's gonna leave. It's either one or the two.
Tyra, I never thought I would be saying, "Where's Shay? Bring Shay."
I've been saying where's Shay, and they thought I was
the
being
in
funny in
the
the
in
chat.
the awkward look the awkward passion and all of that. I would rather have Shay over here because at least Shay's character to me had some warmth and some, and something about her. Joy is just so dry to me. I'm just really trying to get Miranda's draw and attraction. It doesn't feel cute. Like I know in Sex and the City, we're looking for all these moments that attracts, each of the ladies to their prospective partners. And there's always a draw of something like, oh yeah, this was this. With Joy, it never gave. It never gave anything, and I'm so apathetic, Tyra. I just could really care less. I hate that. Like I want to care.
Good for you bringing up Shay because this has to be a mission with Miranda finding her self love outside of just her sexuality and her making that switch from Steve and dropping the marriage.
Yeah.
Because she said this episode, I'm just, I'm so thankful for this growth. I'm so light years ahead of where I was, last year dating, running around with Shay and the way I was acting and just, oh God, I was just, I'm so advanced now. I'm so proud of myself. You're doing the same thing. You're
Yeah.
doing
Every
the same
relationship.
thing because it was all of that. And even when she gave you that out, yeah, you can't leave this here. I am battling, with alcoholism. I'm like that. It's like you're hiding, certain parts of yourself. You only want things to be cool and easy, so you don't want to be disruptive in any way. Like it's still giving Shay. It's still problematic, Miranda. So maybe we'll get into Joy walking away from her and her realizing I need to deal with myself and my own problems before I try to get into a relationship with anybody. I don't know.
Please
But
do.
that's too much. That's too much. Like,
It's just heartbreaking for the state of women if when you get to a certain age you're still just struggling in all of these ways you were struggling with, in your 20s and 30s. I don't know. This is a really sad state of affairs for all of these ladies, honestly. It's sad, Tyra. I don't know.
Miranda looked good this episode in that red dress.
She did. The fashions have been fashioning these last two episodes. The best she's ever looked. The best Aunt Ada has ever looked.
She looks so good, and it's all her like, smeltering over that glass, putting it up to her nose. Because if I could just take a sip, got my baby Charlotte about to pass the hell out in the gallery. Thank you so much, Mahogany Blue, for the $1.49 a red rose. Thank you so much for the sticker. Thank you. Yeah,
Appreciate
this is that. Well, what do you never mind. It just don't even matter.
it.
It don't even matter. I just need them to fix it, Jesus.
But
And
what do
don't
you
say
think about But what do you think about this idea around her being so tempted now when we've clearly seen Miranda around liquor the whole season? Like, she met Rosie O'Donnell in a bar, right? They were like,
Yeah, she's been out. Damage control. Like I feel like, and I'm like, you guys are so far beyond continuity and fan service. You never needed to revisit this. If there was supposed to be like a problem or a break between her and Joy, it could have been something totally different. It could have been
yeah.
them damn dogs for all we know. It didn't have to be here. It was like, ha, y'all thought we forgot. Ha, continuity. Yeah, you thought we forgot about Miranda's alcoholism. Yeah, it's always been there. Yeah, this yellow ass bottle of gin just took her beyond this episode. All right,
Can't handle it.
sure. Let's just leave.
Let's get out of here.
Let's just leave because we got to get here. Because Seema gets sweaty. Armpits and not Seema's type. This is the first of so many unsexy moments. I
Just
expect unsexiness from Carrie and Aidan's dynamic because they just don't. It's just not steam heat with them. And I don't know. Something about Aidan just looks like an overcooked piece of turkey bacon with no lips. And I just don't. That texture and that color? It's like, Aidan, please put that away. But
not over
we can hear. And Seema is getting her world rocked. Okay? World rocked from the back. We got back shots. They say, oh, so we forgot about the sexiness in the show, about just the sex and just like that. You're gonna get it here in this episode. Now, I was letting them make it. I was letting them the go baby go was questionable, but I was like, you know what? Who am I to judge what you want to whisper doing your heat of the moment and your climax? Go baby go, Seema. I was letting them make it. They gave us a little back shot, little butt action from Logan. Cool. I was letting them make it. By the time it's a giggle session and he starts to suck her armpit,
Why?
what?
Why?
Why? Why? And I had to run it back. I was like, maybe it was a titty. But it wasn't because they were in the bra. They were in the bra, so it wasn't a boob. It was an armpit. Now I don't care. They were clearly like in the bowels and in the heats and the woes of the sheets. That means the perspiration has already happened. You saw them, they were sweating. I don't care what you have underneath here. If you're sucking here, you're either going to get a glob of gland sweat or you're getting some deodorant. Okay? And he went in there like it was the best thing he ever had. That was disgusting. Then we get here to this dinner scene. And between how he's dressed and the last name being Karma, because they act like that meant something, it was like, well, maybe he's my karma. Because Seema just decides, oh, you're not wearing regular deodorant. You're putting some natural concoction underneath your arms. Yeah, maybe if you put some of that under yours, I wouldn't have got that gob of deodorant when I went in there to suck on your armpit. And I could have been in there even longer, girl, because I know I rocked your world. Yeah, I don't know if this for me. I can't be with a man who doesn't use this is those are things to consider before we have a rumble in the sheets, Seema. There's that. But this situation here, this was odd. This was truly odd and unexpected. And I just don't know where we're going with their dynamic. Ashley?
Girl, and I don't care. So here's the thing. And oh God, like, I think that In Just Like That had every opportunity, and we got glimpses through the first couple of seasons, especially with Professor Naya. She had some steamy, you know what I'm saying? Like, they were going to the jungle. I think that it would have been great to see women of a certain age liberated and having good steamy, like hot, and letting people know that once you get to a certain age, it's not over. You're not done. You're still beautiful. Now, I won't take away from Seema. I think she looked great in the scene in the bed, but it was just so awkward and cringe and gross to me. And I don't think it had to be. Like, I think they did that crap intentionally. And I really want to know what the writer's messaging is to their audience. Women who watch this in real time and are now the same age as these ladies that we're seeing on screen. Like, what does that make you feel like when all they're showing are these really cringe, awkward sex scenes that are not hot? And they could be, right? We've seen women of a certain age get, done in the best ways. But over here, it just does not land for me. The gardener, he's an acquired taste, but it's not just him. It's just, I think, the awkwardness in the dynamic. And then the fact that when we go to this dinner, he pays the bill, which I was like, okay, good. I thought he had a cute little coin from his garden architecture. Like, I'll take that. But then you've been smelling this man for days, for weeks, for however long y'all have been smashing. And then you say to him, I can't be with you because you don't wear deodorant. You have your rocks and your crystals and your baking soda, and I can't deal with it. Seema, like, I'm trying to get her. Like, you know what I mean? Because we have, like, okay, she's this woman of means, of influence. Then she's not. Now she's with the gardener, but I'm still better than this. I really want to understand the direction that they're going with Seema and where they want this to end. But I think this was there was potential here. We could have had some hot, steamy smex here, and that's not, it didn't land for me.
He was all sweaty. I was like, all right, come on, Seema, get yours. But we had the climax and then suck a armpit. I was like, what? She's like, oh, and then it's, you still bringing different things out of me. I've never laughed, after or like during sex. Like, this is just all, taking me out of my element. I'm unsure whether or not this is a good or bad thing. And then we wait to get here. Oh, you're waving crystals over your nether regions. Yeah, I can't do this. This isn't me. Yeah, Seema, but we're here now. And clearly you like something about this man. I just don't know where this has the potential to go. I would like to see a relationship unfold that is solid. We know Harry and Charlotte are solid. They're not going anywhere. Aidan is just Aidan. And then we have this situation here to where it's like, are we just going to continue to kind of do the walk around, or are we going to really be set with the character and really date someone? Like, what's going on here? I don't know. I just don't know what their relationship, because she seems to be having fun, but at the same time, we don't know, because it's just all very shallow and surface level. Like she said, we needed to know. She didn't know anything about him. Oh, I didn't know that she didn't. Yeah, because y'all haven't talked about anything. Thank you so much to Marcus Vaughn for the super chat. Which song is better, Crush on You by Lil Kim or Freak Like Me by Adina Howard? Ashley?
I can be a freak all through the day, all to the dawn. I gotta let you know that I got a crush on you. Come and get a bag of the lead through. I'll be in the see through. It's got to be Lil Kim. But I love Adina Howard because, like, Freak Like Me is legendary. And if you lived in the Southwest during that time, it was an anthem. It was an ode. Like, we played it. But it's got to be Lil Kim. I think that's the first full rap song I learned start to finish. Female rap song that I learned start to finish. It was on hardcore, right? I was
over the bag of the lethal. I'll be undressed all through. Why can I cheat you? And I'ma cheat you. The only one thing I want to do is freak you. Absolutely. Everybody knows.
I got my own brigades.
To be fine, Adina Howard. She been fine all her life. Still fine. But we shall see. But this was not the only, go baby go moment. We had one, following this one, just when I thought we couldn't get any more. We got even, cringier over here because Lisa said, oh, my sexy husband, I want you inside of me. Oh, God. Oh, God.
Tyra, please.
Sorry. I don't know. It is like, what I like with Naya was Naya gave a little bit of Brick City. Naya was gonna put some stank on that shit in these love scenes. Mm-hmm. Naya was gonna put some, talk that stuff, not roll with it, put your back into it. This is just it's so vanilla. It's so vanilla. And it gives like soft core 90s Cinemax. I want you inside of me. I was like, oh my God, Lisa, please, Lisa. But, we're getting into what we need. We're getting into her not being fulfilled. All of a sudden, Miriam been looking kind of good. I've been fantasizing about that man. And in this moment, I need me some of my husband because I can't sleep thinking about Marion. Let me get it on and, redirect some of this energy. I want you inside of me. And he says, I got to go pee. Let me go pee real quick. And then we proceed to go on and on talking about other things. And instantly that mood is broken. All the
I
more
mean,
reason for Arian to look any better. But this was not sexy at all. Ashley, do
girl,
you
when
want
she
to?
said my sexy AF husband, girl, go directly to the hot place. She who must not be named. You're a liar. The truth is not in you because in what world, and I'm so sorry, but in what world is he so fine? In what world is your husband so fine? Even how he's laying there. And all of this because she wants Black Charlie Chaplin. She wants to ride the dingaling. She wants to sit on it, as Jasmine Sullivan would say. And I am so disgusted because not only that, we got to paint the scene and the moment. We're laying in bed. He's clearly asleep, probably snoring. They edited that out. But she's laying there and she's ruminating on Black Charlie Chaplin, you know, and she's feeling it. And she's like, let me reach on down. Oh, you're so hot. This is how she goes. Oh, you're so hot. You're
Ashley,
so
please.
hot. Like I want to feel you. Oh, you're so hot. I just want you. Let me ride that stallion. Let me get up on your let me get up on the saddle and ride you into kingdom come, Big Daddy. And Big Daddy says, I have to go to the bathroom. And then starts giving you a grocery list. This was vile. I hated everything about it. This is not how any of this would work in my mind. She who must not be named is living up to that name. I talk to this man. Talk to
When
this
is
man.
she? Since when was she not sexually fulfilled by Herbert? Since when? This is news to us.
Listen, I think it's about that forbidden fruit. We see it all the time. The wife
Mhm.
gets all hot and bothered, or the husband. They come home, they smash their partner, and the partner's like, you've never made love to me like that before. But in this instance, we didn't even get it. And I said, well, maybe
What?
we didn't even
What?
get that. I thought she was going to give him the ride of his life, but he got up and went to the bathroom. I don't know what's going on. This dynamic just doesn't, there's no chemistry in this marriage for me. There never has been. I don't like it, Tyra. I didn't like, I want you inside. You're hot. You're hot.
So
Like, I
hot.
just,
You're so fucking hot. Oh my god! I just like, oh my, Lisa, act like you was over there in them trenches when you went and got that crusty piece of key lime pie with Jennifer Lewis. We saw where you were coming from. You 5 shakes removed from the hood, Lisa. Oh my god, you're like so freaking hot, and I just want you inside of me, Big Daddy. Oh my god, Lisa, please,
I
Lisa,
hated
please.
it. I hated it. Oh, God. Get
Like I
somebody else.
just know Lisa has some good sex talking or a
Yeah.
little something. It was oh my god, you're so hot. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Yeah, prep. It gave private school. I just didn't like any of it. I didn't
It was so dry and bland. I just expect more.
know. But then, baby, I don't want to skip them because I swear I had did my slides, everything was done, and something in the back of my mind said, "Am I missing something? I'm missing someone." I was like, "Oh, we did have a moment here with Mama Gia and Anthony. Fix it." Because the way that I don't care enough to even remember that it happened in the episode, I forgot all about it. And him saying, well, you should cook for her and you guys should hang out alone. We're elongating this and making this a thing because she don't want Anthony nowhere near her young son. Do something with it. I have these moments here because there has been such a lack. I guess with the other relationships lacking, it's like what you really think we have time to make room for Anthony, but you guys are making it a thing. He's a part of the storyline just as much as the ladies are, and his relationship is at stake here. But you have to make us care the way I do not care, Ashley.
No, little Luigi. And they're doing the relationship a disservice. Like I said, the deepest they went is that they were going to be verse, who was going to be top and who was going to be bottom. It never gave, this is a deep, loving relationship and the person I want to be with or spend the rest of my life with. We've gotten illusion, like they've alluded to certain things, but it never gave, this is my man and I'm going to fight for your mother and, to be with you. I don't get this. But we are at the Peach Pit. every single week, Tyra. We're at the bakery. They want Anthony to be, a prime character. He's been in every episode, I think, this season so far. And we have Patty LaPone here. We have talent. This could have been something. It could have been epic. But again, we have to feel it. We have to feel that they are in this deeply loving relationship and that Anthony's going to be willing to do anything to get his man. And again, it doesn't give that for me. It gives Anthony was grieving the loss of his marriage. And this was the hot young thing with a big ding-a-ling that came through. And got him there. And again, I don't know. I don't know if I believe you love him so bad and you want to be with him, yet you're using him as street advertisement for your baguettes. Like, I don't know. There's something just so off about the dynamic. I don't know. I don't know what connects them at the core or what makes them, this viable couple. Like, like I said, they've kind of given little pieces here and there, but I don't necessarily believe this relationship either. And it's not enough for me to be invested in it, unfortunately.
And it's crazy. There's so much material here. How many scenarios could we have had of an older man, younger man dynamic of like, oh, we didn't do this in my day. Well, let me try it. I may, enjoy the experience. Like, and it seems like that was the route they were going when they tried to prioritize their relationship season 2. But now it's just like, yeah, we're on the back burner. And how dare we have Gia here and not do anything with her as a character? Like she's just here in the episodes floating through. Y'all paid her to be here this often to do nothing. That's crazy. Y'all got money to burn though, but we know that. But I just say just fix it so we can care. Because I literally forgot to add them in here.
And she's not even singing. Like, what are you doing over here?
So much
And
fun.
there is potential.
Yeah.
There's not too much they would even have to do. Give us a greater insight into what their home life is like, what they're doing when they're alone together outside of just sex, right? What are you talking about? What are your dreams? What are the hopes? What's the connective tissue? And I feel like that's just been completely abandoned. Like,
they just give us down at the bread shop. Don't look at my man's print. That's all we ever get. We don't get anything else. But leaving this, I couldn't leave Anthony out because he is essential. Oh, gosh. Slurpy wet papaya.
oh gosh.
Like, okay, this is what we do, writers. Come talk to us. We're free. The way I thought that this was a dream sequence. This is the dream sequence you give us. You give us this prior in the episode and not the whole you want to meet later for a work opportunity and to meet someone who's inspired by filmmaking, blah, blah, blah. No, you give us this session of them sitting and it's like, oh, okay, give us something to go off of. She goes and has this talk with Charlotte. What does she call? We're flirting. It's getting a little, and Charlotte's like, oh, don't worry about it. Charlotte of all people said it's okay. We all fan. I'm like, that is so not Charlotte. Charlotte don't play that. What we're gonna do is be faithful. We're gonna be faithful. And if you feel like you're not, get that man out of here if he's jeopardizing your marriage. But Charlotte said it's cute. We all, have fantasies and flirt. And hey, I think plenty of people are cute down at my job. It's fine. Then we get home with that man. Before she said, oh my God, you're so hot. I want you inside of me. Before she said that, we have a fantasy. We have a dream sequence. We have a whole dream sequence here where it's like, oh, like, and it's one of those borderlines. And y'all know it. If y'all watch Reasonable Doubt, we had a really good one over there.
Oh, yeah.
Jackson Moore.
Good about it.
I was cooking. One of them good fantasy moments. And then that's when it's like, oh, this is too much. My fantasies are going too far. Let me get up and make love to my husband. But no, that's too much like right. We get over here and do this. I thought this was a dream anyway, because why are you slurping that papaya like that, Makad Brooks Marion? What are you? He was like, yeah, so, you ever thought about, trying something a little different? Who wants that bland salad, huh? Who wants Hubert, huh? When you could have Marion, when you could have these steakums, huh? Girl, he ain't hitting it right. Let me go. Like, all of that, and the way he slurped that mango off of that spoon, it was just like, ooh, have you ever been swallowed up?
Swallowed up.
And it's just like, I have to get out of here. I have to. But we don't. We take this opportunity. We go on down to the movies. We get just as much interaction as we got on that flight on that plane. Oh, our knees are bumping. Oh, they're too close. Oh, my children need sustenance. I need to go on down to the supermarket and leave you here stranded in the middle of this movies. Like, you guys aren't selling it. If we want her to remain faithful within her prospective marriage bounds, give us a dream sequence and a fantasy to give us some motion. You're not giving us anything, nothing. So we don't care like that. But keep slurping that papaya. And I love that it was papaya because I know papaya looks like a coochie. On the nose, Ashley.
Very much so. It was very, you want to try something new? And she's getting off. I got to get out of here. I got to go home to my family. I got to go grocery shopping. She who must not be named is really ridiculous in this. But I agree with you, Tyra. I mean, this is easy. This is ABC 1, 2, 3, right? Do a dream sequence. Give the audience the heat, the passion, whatever. If you're not really going to venture out, because at least it gives the audience the satisfaction of that. Because as crazy as Mehcad Brooks, Marion, looks in this Charlie Chaplin mustache, I mean, he's looking better than that husband. So I would be here for a love scene between he and She Who Must Not Be Named. And y'all, She Who Must Not Be Named, this is a fake beef in my mind with the actress, not necessarily the character. The character just happens to align with the person I believe the actress to be in real life. Do you get me? Okay. Anyway, but over here, like I just, the subtle touch, the knees touching. Oh, I gotta go. My coochie's wetter than I don't know, and it's gonna fall out. I don't know, Tyra. Like, give it to us. It's like, or get off the pot, right? Like, or get off the pot with this, because the back and forth is just too much. Like, what are you really going to do? And honestly, the biggest thing that shocked me wasn't necessarily the running off and the, tempted by his lips and all of that. It was the conversation that she had with Charlotte. This is really a best friend conversation. So are we to believe that She Who Must Not Be Named and Charlotte are really best friends to share this deeply?
That's why I was like, when she went and confided in Carrie about Harry, I was like, oh, okay, we're going back over, because it's been them. They've been like these little Beavis and Butthead since season 1.
I don't know. I'm like, okay. Because, I mean, normally your adulterous affairs or ideations, I would think you would really keep that close to the chest. And of all the people to tell, you would tell Charlotte. But I guess maybe she wants to rein it in. So that if that's the case, then that's a good choice. But yeah, y'all are going to have to give me something. Y'all don't just have Mehcad Brooks over here in this mustache for no reason.
Yeah.
Give us something.
Mehcad Brooks plays Jax in Mortal Kombat.
Yeah.
And if you were over there in the mid 2000s in the game streets, you know he's built like an action figure. Show that man off. What are we doing here? He's built like a small soldier. Show that man off. What are we doing here?
Show him off.
God, he got some arm. You know how arm. If you were in those Mortal Kombat streets, then you know you got to have some weight to be Jax. The arms on this man. And you have us over there looking at Aiden's titties with no lips, Harry's wet flesh on a good day, and Hubert on his back saying he has to go pee.
Oh,
Do that.
Please. You have all of this right here. We still haven't even seen him without a shirt on, Tyra. What are we doing?
That's when the fantasy comes in the dream sequence that they just act like they couldn't do.
If there's anybody you want to oil or grease up, let it be Marion and not Adam. If we're going to see somebody glistening from the sweat of sex, let it be him. Just saying. It's right there.
I don't mind Adam's little Dirk Diggler body. And little sweaty, little blood, Passion of the Christ, little stroke body. But leaving this out, before we wrap this up, is this going anywhere? Because like I said, when we had the funeral moment, and Hubert stepped up and said, my wife is my wife, but she was there. This is the way I show up for her. I thought that this was going to be non-essential. And then don't forget, he said, I'm married. I don't wear a ring and, shout it from the mountaintops, but I am a married man. So there is that, that other side of the infidelity too. But Ashley, is there any universe, even a little bit, where you see this going anywhere? And married as he is, does Marion be out here flirting with Lisa on the low?
Let's not pretend we haven't seen a show, Harlem, throw something in the bag. What if I'm going to posit this to you and audience. Drop it in the chat. Drop it in the chat or the comment section. What if Marion has an open marriage? That's been something that all the shows have been diving into. He could
Mhm.
very well be open, which would explain why he doesn't feel bound by the chains of wearing a ring. He definitely is flirting. He knows there's some sort of like connection between the two of them that's simmering. It almost feels like he's on an assignment. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm very interested, but he knows exactly what he's doing. Most men who present this way know exactly what they're doing. You knew your knee rubbed up against mine, and you know I'm hard up for it, brother. Like he knew it. And so, yes, I do think that there's going to be flirting. I think they're going to let Charlotte again continue to be like the angel on her shoulder, advising her to do good. I think we're going to go close, but I don't think it's going to be all the way. Maybe a kiss. I think maybe we'll get a kiss. Hopefully, we do get a dream sequence so we can get more. But in real life, maybe just a kiss. Or we could see her maybe approach her husband about a hall pass or a situation when we find out he's open. But I'm definitely interested in seeing what'll happen
Um,
there.
I just wanted to make sure because writers don't play with me. If she does try to, he's like, "Whoa, like, what are you doing?" At least I'm married. Like, boy, you've been flirting and slurping and on my left tit since you got on this project with compliments and flattery and ooh, is there anything you can't do? Yes, Superwoman. Have you ever been swallowed up? Let's not act like you're not playing in my face. But I'm definitely here for the open marriage situation. That could definitely be a thing to fit the protocol of why he didn't say anything and why he doesn't wear a ring. But we will see. Getting to, Ashley's favorite place, these good
Yeah,
old
predictions.
predictions. Now, if you've seen the trailer, child, Aidan is still on an Aidan assignment. Yeah, Carrie, Carrie, you should have seen your face. Come on down. I'm down here with Duncan. Come. Carrie fixes her lips in that trailer to say, I set those clear boundaries with Aidan, and he just crosses them. I told him what boundaries did you ever set, Carrie? What did we miss them? Were they on the number 45 bus? Because they went right past me. I didn't see them, Carrie. But she's like, you know what? I think he's threatened. He might be jealous about Duncan. And you have her sitting in the middle, giving the boy is mine type energy over these two. This man that you've given absolutely nothing. I need Duncan to act bad. I need Duncan to like, even though Carrie has given Duncan absolutely nothing, stake a little
Nothing.
claim. Like, yeah, I'm interested in what. Make it interesting because if it's just Aidan and his jealousy and his well, yeah, I know what we said, but I don't like the idea of you, entertaining this guy. Yeah, whatever. I really don't care. Seema has a location. That was quick. She was just broke. Seema has it's all decked out and decorated and the whole thing. Yes, Seema is up and running yet again like nothing happened. And she's showing Carrie the building. We will see where that goes. Baby Charlotte passes the hell out, like plummets with this vertigo. she she hits the floor like, and it's once again a comical thing. This isn't okay. This isn't okay. I need, and we do have Harry saying the doctor said that you needed to be in bed or whatever. But stop playing this for laughs and get real. It seems like we're trying to just go down that rabbit hole of Harry and Charlotte being of a certain age and their health, in so
Declining.
many ways is declining, and we're putting that on them instead of just spreading it out with everybody, because your life, your body, your health, everything changes, of course, as you get older. But I think
Yeah.
they're really really forcing it with Charlotte in this situation, and it's not funny to me. We have Joy here. Joy said, so what I'm hearing is you threw my alcohol out. What I'm hearing is Jen is gone. That's what I heard. And I guess we're going to be sitting on pins and needles trying to see how she handles the news that Miranda might be a little bit of an alcoholic, and you can't be bringing gin in here or anything else because I'm tempted. Is she going to run? Is she going to stay? I really wish she runs because I don't want to see her.
Run
And,
away.
and last but not least, child, getting back into Mary and being the last temptation and being oh so fine. Hubert is down there going, "Oh, y'all can't have all this junk in the house. If it's in the fridge, I'm gonna eat it." And Lisa walks out, just like, baby, just get your ass on some Ozempic like everybody else and get out of my face. Like, please. Clearly, he's, body conscious and he's gaining weight and he's getting older in comparison to Marion, who just looks va va boom, apparently. Like, I don't know. Like, just don't play with us in the temptation of the marriage if we're not actually going to tempt her. Ashley, any predictions for the next episode?
Oh gosh, Aiden being annoying and aggravating, and hopefully it comes to a head. I don't. This it's very interesting to me the things that Carrie chooses to take umbrage with, and the fact that him having a private meeting with the author is going to be that thing. Out of everything else that's happened, this is going to be the thing that sends you over the edge, Carrie. Like, I literally don't understand her as a person. I don't understand her as a woman. I can't relate. I can't even empathize. And that's really, normally I can understand a person's point of view. I just feel like she is so lost in the sauce. I don't know who Carrie is in and of herself. All I know Carrie is in relationship to a man. Honestly, it's really sad. I feel like she dims all of herself for Aiden, and it's really sickening at this point. But yeah, I predict that Aiden will be much more of an ass. I predict that Seema got an investor because I don't think she had all this coin on her own. I don't think
Could it be Adam?
Maybe Mr. Karma got a bag. I'm hoping he's like a trust funder or something and he's got some coin. Or maybe he had lived another life, and retired early and gardening is his passion. But again, we still don't know Adam because they don't really have conversations. So how would we know? But hopefully it's that. I've never liked Hubert. I've never liked Hubert because I don't feel as though he stands up to his mom about his wife. And I just think that's a weak-willed man. And I don't like it. So I could really care less about his journey and all of that. I'd be here for a showdown. Give us a showdown between Duncan and Aiden. Give us a showdown between Hubert and Marion. Give us the showdown. As far as Joy, all Joy cared about was that bottle. It was probably rare. It was probably expensive. She might sue Miranda. I'd be here for that. Sue her for your coin, for breaking your bottle. And I just hope with Charlotte it's not something deeper. But hopefully they go to the doctor and we get that worked out. I don't like how they're putting it, like you said, all on that couple though. There's a whole group of people that we can spread it around with. I know Carrie had her hip thing last season, but let's not focus it all over here. Enough is enough, damn it. When it rains, it pours. But that's all I got for these people, Tyra. It'll probably be 20 minutes next episode. So
I was going to say that. Can the episode be regular this time? Because can we just please don't tempt us with the idea of more episodes and then we're just going to do 30. This is not Issa. This is not Insecure. We don't do 30 minutes here. This is not Sex in the City. You made it very clear that you are not that, and we don't do 30 minutes here. All of the times we have to sit through fluff in these episodes because you decided it was that. Don't try to be cute now and wrap something up in 30 minutes. No, please.
Oh. We haven't tried to do it all season before or the season before that. We had to sit through hour-long episodes, 45 minutes.
Girl. But we definitely shall see. You saying that Joy might sue Miranda is hilarious.
I hope she does.
She could just sue her. That would be great.
Have you ever seen a yellow bottle of gin before? That might be expensive. It might be something exclusive. I'm
going to look it up. Yellow gin from Canada. That's what she said. You got to go all the way.
Yeah.
Gin.
So the episode was awful. I'm so disappointed. Yeah. The preview didn't even show Anthony and Giuseppe. They don't care about us.
They don't care. Chill, what is this? How much is this? I see it here, child. You know when it ain't no price on it.
Everything exclusive, everything expensive.
There's no price on it. That's market price. If you got to ask, you can't afford it. Oh, child, girl.
It's actually not that expensive here. Okay, but in the States, it is. That girl from yonder is from Canada.
I was going to say this is $25.
Oh, well, girl, go to hell. Well, never mind. There goes my theory. I'm not a drinker. I don't know about the liquor.
What I'm saying is my gin is gone. You know why she's saying I threw it out? Like I'm suffering from alcohol. You're saying my gin is gone. Oh, okay.
Well, why did Joy take the gin to her house? Why would you leave that at someone's house? I don't understand that.
It's like, oh, remember that alcohol? Like it's just tired. it could have been something as simple as them, toasting to how long. Yeah, here's your drink. Like, yeah, I can't. And then I don't know why we have to go these extra never ending journeys to get back to nothing. But Ashley, anything you want to say about the episode or before we get out of here?
No, we just appreciate you guys coming through and showing all of the love, not only on the upload, but last night's reaction. You guys popped out there. We are rolling that out. So just know every Thursday, 9 p.m., we'll be online on YouTube and also in our collective Discord, watching it all together as a family. Make sure you're there for that. And then, of course, y'all know every Friday we come back. Also on Thursday, we do Sex in the City, where I'm watching it for the first time. I believe we're at episode 16 of season 2 now. So make sure you join us for all of the Sex in the City and just like that content. We appreciate you guys being here and for all the love.
Yeah, absolutely. And join us about 45 minutes from now for Divorce Sisters. If you do watch that, we'll be talking about that. We'll be talking about that episode following this. But once again, we appreciate your support. Be sure to comment below and let us know what you thought about the commentary. And we will definitely see you guys next time. Everybody have a good night.
Good night.